The council proposal to sell off half of a public golf course in New Plymouth to develop upmarket housing has horrified both golfers and neighbours. But the Mayor, Neil Holdom, says a development could earn up to $50 million, which would offset future rates bills and pay for vital infrastructure. Once again, a tug of war is taking place. Our Taranaki Whanganui reporter, Robin Martin, has more.
The 83-year-old Fitzroy Golf Club sits on 38 hectares of prime coastal land in the city's east. The council owns the land, and the club, which has about 250 members, has about 5.5 years left to run on its current lease. During his election campaign, Neil Holdom made no secret of his desire to sell off at least some of the golf course land. And club president Mike Early says at a recent meeting he reiterated that desire.
He called us into his office and he said, "I won't beat about the bush." He said, "But this is the situation. We'd like to sell off half your golf course to raise money for the New Plymouth district. How do you feel?" And of course the answer is horribly disappointed.
Mr Early says slicing up the municipal course would be a huge loss to the wider community.
It's a green belt, isn't it? It's not just a golf course. People walk their dogs through it because it's a municipal council-owned property. They throw frisbees down on our practice area. So yes, I'd say the public and the general population of Fitzroy area are going to be horrified by it.
87-year-old Life member Dennis Rowe was enjoying a round of 18 holes with a couple of mates this morning.
So how's the game going?
Do you have to answer that? Bloody terrible, in fact.
Mr Rowe was similarly unimpressed with the idea of a housing development on the course.
Well, I've played here for about 60 years and I think it's not on at all.
And don't get Dennis started on the rates.
What do you think of the argument that a lot
No, I'm not worried about the rates. If they save on that, and then they go and spend about $70 million building that useless airport.
Mr Rowe's golfing buddy, Warren Seastrand, also reckons the mayor is off the mark.
Yeah, I think it's a myopic decision, triumph of the bean counters rather than promoting recreation. And the way this council panders to the hotel and the restaurant trade using ratepayers' money benefits a very small section of the community. I'm dead against it.
Over on Pooney Street, which enjoys panoramic views over the golf course, the idea had predictably few fans. Laurie Hall says house prices in the street would tumble.
We'd lose value on the house straight away to a great extent. I've been told I've just had the property valued by real estate agents and they've told us we'll lose on around about $100,000 on the price of the house. I'm just wondering if the council is going to compensate us for that.
But Neil Holdom is sticking to his guns. He says there's another golf club just a kilometre up the road and the Fitzroy course is a gold mine that could be put to better use.
To fund future large infrastructure projects like potentially water reservoirs, walkways, those sort of big developments, and then taking the other half of the proceeds and purchasing more land for future development. So in effect creating a perpetual land development fund.
The council will discuss the proposal in the coming weeks with an eye to including it in its 2018 long-term plan when it would go out for public consultation. I ngā mutu mo te hōtaka o te ahiahi, ko Robin Martin aho.